So somebody decided to get back at the cops. Where we're going right here. Florida deputies intentionally hit by driver. Two deputies with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office were seriously injured after being hit by a car while responding to a call for service Thursday morning. Oh, my. Wow. Maybe people are sick and tired of police who say, screw it, I'm going after them. I don't care if I hurt him or kill him.
Where two Hillsborough County deputies were ambushed and targeted by a man who was using his car as a weapon. That silver car right there. They were struck while responding to a mental health call in the Heather Lake subdivision. Both deputies are at Tampa General right now with very serious injuries. And for the latest, let's go straight to Fox 13's Josh Cassio, who's live at the scene. Josh, this was awful.
Yeah, Mark, and look, the sheriff is certainly relieved that his deputies are alive tonight, but he knows they have suffered some life-altering injuries. He says this suspect was intentional with his actions, and he was out to kill law enforcement. Now, before we roll this story, I do want to warn viewers, the video is quite extreme. The sheriff wants folks at home to see exactly what his deputies went through, but if you're a sensitive viewer, just be warned, this video is quite graphic. 28-year-old Ralph Boozy appears dazed and confused as he's lifted handcuffed into an ambulance. This was shortly after deputies say he intentionally used his car as a battering ram Thursday and drove it right into two deputies, causing them extremely serious injuries.
Today, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office was intentionally attacked and ambushed by a man determined to kill deputy sheriffs.
Home surveillance and body-worn cameras capturing the chaos unfolding. Investigators say it began Thursday morning when Boozy's mother called 911 fearing for her safety, saying her son was having a mental health crisis.
I can hear it now. I can hear the Father Grieves Network.
Refused to speak with them and drove
Josh,
off.
I can hear Especially McKinney.
I
can hear the bitch moan say, lock that son. I can hear them say, lock that SOB up. Lock him up for life. Don't ever let him out.
Boozy hit the gas
how dare he run over and try to hurt a police officer.
And pinning them between his car and their SUV. Both deputies suffered severe leg injuries. One has a bad break. The other deputy may require amputation.
A piece of his femur bone was stuck in the cars. The surgeon asked, as she was going in doing surgery, that she requested that bone.
The scene was horrific for neighbors whose kids always play outside here.
It's scary. It's really scary. I wouldn't think there would be something that would happen in the neighborhood.
Fortunately, we won't be planning a funeral, regardless of how intended and determined this suspect was to take a deputy's life.
Ralph Boozy was tased and arrested by deputies on scene. He has a significant criminal history, including at least 5 arrests, 3 felonies on that list. In 2017, in fact, he was accused in a hit and run, and the sheriff says during that investigation, he punched one of the deputies in the face. The sheriff also says during that investigation, he said that he hated law enforcement and wanted to kill deputies. The sheriff says today he came way too close to fulfilling that promise. He is now facing 3 counts of attempted murder
you know what I'm saying?
of a law enforcement
there's nothing
officer.
you can do about that.
Yeah, it's just so hard to watch that. We were thinking about their families tonight, of those officers, those deputies, and we know they're in good hands at Tampa General, and we're...
But here's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to make defense on the guy that's a cop here. I am going to say, in this day and age, you know, I mean, you got cops that go around hating people like that. Like I did the other day about a San Jose cop that said, I hate black people. Well, it's not uncommon for people to say, I hate the police. Well, yeah, there you go. I mean, plus in this day and age, you got police officers who want to hurt and, bodily injury people, make up false arrests, extort, kidnap, rape, or even kill people. So you got people wanting to say, fuck it, I'm going to hurt as many police officers as I can. I'm going to kill him. And if I have to go to jail for life, so be it. As long as they took a couple bad pigs off the road. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, but there's more.
Intentionally rammed by a car yesterday. That is Sheriff Chad Conister paying them both a visit today to Tampa General. He says Deputy Manuel Santos has a bilateral break in his leg with extensive ligament damage, and he's going to require additional surgery, but he and his wife are in good spirits. The sheriff tells us Corporal Carlos Brito is awake and surrounded by his family, but his injuries are more severe. We're told his leg may still have to be amputated, but it's too soon because surgeons are monitoring him. They're doing everything possible to save his leg. Now, as for the man accused of intentionally running over both of those deputies yesterday, his name is Ralph Boozy. charged this morning as he stood before a judge in Tampa. Fox 15's Gloria Gomez was there. Hi there, Gloria. So what exactly happened?
Yeah, he was charged with 3 counts of attempted murder. Prosecutors will fight, though, to keep him locked up. That will be decided next week. In the meantime, Mark, we are learning more about his criminal history. And
Of course, prosecutors are going to say he needs to be locked up with no parole.
6 years ago, while sitting in a patrol car, Ralph Boozy blurted out that he, quote, hated cops and wanted to kill one, according to court documents. And yesterday, he came close. We
Not
warn
too
you,
shocked
this
about
video
that in
is
this day and
graphic,
age.
but it shows the danger law enforcement face every day. In the video, you see a car speed down the street and aim right for 2 deputies who were not able to get out of the way fast enough. Moments later, the driver, identified as Ralph Boozy, walks aggressively towards deputies and ignores orders to stop. A deputy uses a stun gun to subdue him. Both deputies suffered severe injuries, and both may require surgery.
Thank you. And who do we have here on behalf of the state?
This morning, a Tampa judge read the charges against Boozy and decided to keep him locked up for now.
Mr. Boozy is charged with, it looks like, 1, 2, 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder on a law enforcement officer. Those appear to be light felonies. Okay, so in the meantime, it looks like Mr. Boozy will be held without a bond until he comes back for his hearing on the 15th.
We're also learning about Boozy's
You know what's funny was? Yeah, he's facing 3 attempted murder like that. But a police officer would face 3 counts of attempted murder. The police officer would probably get a slap in the wrist. You know what I'm saying?
Later, in 2017, another hit-and-run incident where he attacked officers. Later that same year, Boozy's family called police after he attacked 2 family members, and they feared for their lives. Records show his family told officers they tried to get him help for his mental health issues.
Wow.
But Boozy refused to take his medication. During that incident, he intentionally headbutted a deputy and injured him. Now, Mark, we can tell you that in some of those criminal cases, he entered into a pretrial intervention program to avoid jail time. In other cases, the charges were dismissed. He's back in court, though. Next Wednesday, we'll let you know what happens.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like any dismissals may be likely at this point. Gloria, thanks very much.
Yeah. Well, if he got remanded without bail, I wouldn't exactly have a problem with that. Not at all.